which can still be seen to the right. And all the passengers, they are really enjoying this start of a very nice cruise on the river and on the North Sea, which we will arrive in some time. It's not very windy, so the waves are very smooth. The water is glooming, only distorted by these small waves driven by the engine of the vessel. So now we have reached some distance from Bremen-Wegesack, and there are other boats on the river, so small ships with people who also enjoy a boat travel on the river Weser in this morning. So now to the right there is some kind of colony where people on vacations have simply put their caravan or other device where they can simply be at the beach of the river, and they have also some strand in front of them. So that's a little bit closer to that strand. So you see the trees and the bushes a little bit farther behind. And maybe you can detect those little white spots which are all these caravans. It's a whole colony. It's very nicely situated at the river. And again, this is a really very nice day. So now we are further down the river Weser. The river has broadened. It's becoming much more mighty. And at the horizon you can see the first buildings of Bremerhaven. So that's the really big harbor of Bremen, where today most of the goods from abroad and into Germany is transported and being shifted to freight vessels. So it's a really big harbor and a major trading point in Germany. So that's the industrial skyline of Bremerhaven. You can detect some cranes, but also other supply buildings where goods simply are stored. But here where you see in the middle these two high buildings, that's about into the direction of downtown Bremerhaven. But of course the industrial side extends also to the right. So it's really a very huge place. Okay. Okay. So we are slowly approaching. So here we see many more industrial plants. They all belong to Bremerhaven. It's a really huge site. And a sailing boat is crossing our view. Back to downtown Bremerhaven. Getting even closer now. And we see in the center the big broadcasting tower. And slowly we can distinguish some of the piers in front. That's where most of the ships and vessels will disembark. So it is one of the entrances to the shipyards behind that we cross now. Yet our own landing place is somewhat further to the left. It's more stream downward. So now we are really looking at these huge skyscraper-like buildings. Behind you can see a church tower and other business buildings. And more of the skyline of Bremerhaven. So now we are quite close to the landing pier. So it's a small directing boat in front, and there is a kind of meteorological observatory in the center.